I look like I should be in a punk band. Wow. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Taylor and I post all sorts of fitness and lifestyle videos and a lot of law school videos because I am a 1L right now and law school is my lifestyle. So today's video is going to be a discussion on a thing that I have mentioned in a previous video a while ago. Mentioned that I did the PowerScore 1L Advantage course. It's this nice little book and a bunch of videos. And I wanted to do a video to sit down and film my thoughts on it. I wanted to wait to do this video, so I finished this course in the summer, did it throughout the summer, but wanted to wait until I was in law school to make comments on it because I figured that that would give me a more well-rounded perspective as to know whether or not it was actually a helpful and positive investment. So if you have seen my LSAT video, I feel like there's a good chance you have. That's my my one popular video. So if you've found this one, you've definitely found that one. I feel like, if not, it's linked. But I talk about, I'm a huge PowerScore gal. I used all of their books to self-study and found them incredibly helpful and, loved them. So when I knew I was coming to law school and was trying to get ready, I immediately went to PowerScore for a 1L instructional type course. That being said, I think this is probably one of the pricier courses. I think Barbary is the other kind of 1L prep, and their course is a good bit cheaper. Theirs is $99, I think, whereas this one is closer to I think it's closer to $400, and then it's on sale. Sometimes it's on sale, so you can get it for less than that. But regardless, definitely an investment. So wanted to do a discussion before you sink some money into that if you are getting ready to start law school. So basically the way that the course is designed is it is this big old book, and then it is a bunch of video lectures. It is approximately 12 hours, I believe. No, it's got to be way more than that. It's 12 lessons, but a bunch of the lessons have multiple parts. Some of them have up to 5, and all of the videos are an hour long. So it is a lot of video content from a bunch of different professors. And then you have, a 400-page book that's pretty much entirely content. There's not a lot of just fluff in here. And it is a lot to get through. It took me almost 2.5 to 3 months to work through the entire thing, doing 3 video sections, or 3 videos a week. So that's 3-hour-long videos a week. So do with that information what you will. It was 24 hours of videos at least. So let's talk about the positives first. So this is super, super, super in-depth. I think that for a lot of courses, it gives a really good primer so that, when you show up to class and professors start using words that you've never heard before and would have had no reason to hear outside of a legal situation, very helpful for what some of those mean already. So you're a slight step ahead on that. It is really, really helpful because they have a lot of cases in here, and once you get to law school, that's the thing you do. It's the only thing you do is read a lot of cases. So when you start off with this and you have read all of these cases and read not only the cases, but then every case comes with a sample case brief, so you can kind of have gotten an idea of how you're supposed to be picking out the most important factors. That is super useful. Also, a lot of the cases double up. So a lot of cases that I have read for my classes, I've started reading and been why do I remember this premise? Oh, because I read it in this PowerScore book. So there are a lot that are super useful in that sense. It is a very, very in-depth guide. I also feel it's a good security thing. So if you are at all like me, you're probably one of those people going into law school that's I just want to be as prepared as possible. I just want to have all my bases covered. I don't want to get in and be completely thrown for a loop. I want to do whatever I can right now to get ready. same. And I think that this course is like really, really good for kind of like calming that a little bit and being like, okay, no, now I think I know what to expect. Like I'm a little bit more prepared for what I am getting myself into. I by no means think that it is necessary. I think a lot of the positive value in it comes from the fact that it is a like security blanket of like, okay, I'm getting ready for this properly. I am preparing for school, rather than feeling like, you know, you're sitting around wasting your summer and you're going to just be thrown into the deep end head first once you get there. So it's good on a like psychological standpoint, I think. So if that is something that you care a lot about, I think the course is really helpful for that, and for just kind of making you feel like you're being productive and building yourself up to go to school. That being said, some cons. Some of these videos are so old. So they use a lot of really good professors. They use a lot from like really good schools, and I think they just recorded them once and just didn't do an update, and which in most cases fine, because the law doesn't change. Like a lot of general common law is going to be the same now that it was 10 years ago. The annoying thing is when the video quality is just really, really and you're like, we can do so much better now, which is the dumbest, you know, pet peeve to have, but just like the little static that you're like, this wouldn't happen in a video filmed in 2020 is a little annoying. So that's my like tiny gripe pet peeve with it. I also think that, you know, there are a lot of more budget friendly options if, you know, you're not wanting to dish out $500 on a prep course. If your school does the Harvard 0L course, like my school did this year, I also did that one, and I found that equally helpful. I think once again, it was not as in-depth. I don't know about Barbary because I've not used it, but I think it's probably a similar situation where it does give a lot of information. This is just like so very like, it's a lot of reading and really helpful. Doesn't mean necessarily that you will keep all of this in your head the entire time that you are in school, because it is still, even despite being in depth, it is still very much an overview, but it is helpful in establishing a framework of what to expect for your classes. And, you know, when things come up in the class, you kind of have at least a very brief primer on them before you're being thrown into the real deal, which is, once again, it's a positive. But I think there are also a lot of more budget-friendly alternatives out there that don't necessarily require dishing out $500 and $400. But given the option, would I do it again? Absolutely. I think that for me, I really enjoyed the like security of kind of knowing what I'm getting into and being able to have a baseline knowledge of what to expect out of my classes, and having a baseline knowledge of, you know, how to brief a case and how exams work and how how to outline. Just having some of that information that you get from this book was just good for peace of mind purposes, and we like that. We like peace of mind. And that is it. That is all I had to say for this video. If you enjoyed this and found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can hit the subscribe button down below. I will also link to this course on PowerScore's website below. It's not an affiliated link. I just figure I might as well share it with y'all since I'm talking about it for an entire video. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next week. Bye.